Joining us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline is Cole Kachur, who's one of the main men responsible for bringing this team to Warman. Cole, thanks so much for hopping on the SportsCage today.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for having me on and for giving us a little bit of airtime in regards to this big move.
Yeah, you know what? And we kind of cleared it up on the cage yesterday because right away people and, hey, I've been married now 18 years. I only listen to certain things when people are talking. People thought that Notre Dame was all moving to Warman. And it's like, no. Just the junior A team. And then, Wade Klippenstein came on. It makes sense on that being moved from Notre Dame and Wilcox. Why Warman? Why you guys? Take us through the process on how long this has been and why you guys want this there.
For sure. I think I chatted with Kyle McIntyre, who's the commissioner of the SJHL, probably about a year ago, and just asked the question at that time, how do we get a team into Warman? Why isn't there a team there? Because I know the SJHL has loved that market for a lot of years. They've had their showcase there. They've been part of it. And, the response was, here's how you do it. There's an expansion process, and started going down that path. And, frankly, the league didn't have a lot of appetite to expand. There was a little bit of concern about dilution of product. It would have just made an unequal balance of the teams. And part of that expansion process was reaching out to all of the existing teams and seeing if they had any interest in moving, which it was a resounding no. And we didn't really hear back from Notre Dame, but there were some rumblings that they were looking at some strategic options. What that might look like, I had no idea at the time. And then just probably in late November into early December, we started having some conversations with them, and they understood our vision for the new Warman team. We understood their vision for what was going to happen at the college with some of the freed up proceeds. And really just seemed like one of those situations that could be a win for, the city of Warman, a win for Notre Dame, I think a win for the SJHL, and really a win for junior hockey in that Warman is a hockey hotbed. It's a madhouse for hockey. If you ever go around the rink there, it's just packed to the rafters with kids all wearing their Warman, sweatshirts. And it just seemed like it would be a great city to be part of. And, the demographic is growing. It's got a good income base. And we were just really excited. The facilities there, and it just seemed like hand in glove, and it was just destined for SJHL or major junior hockey.
Do you have a tie to Warman? Like, do you live in Warman? Deep roots in Warman, or
no, I don't actually. So, I'm in the financial world. I've got a lot of clients and a lot of friends in Warman. From where we are, we're just outside of Saskatoon, which if my kids keep progressing in hockey like they are right now, there would be a high probability that we would be playing in Warman. Whereas my partner, John, 2 of his 3 kids have played in Warman. 1 more is likely to play there next year. So we're not, deeply rooted into the community as if, we were born there and lived there. But certainly we are deeply rooted and plan to be even more rooted as this team takes shape. And we look forward to bringing a lot of good stuff to that community.
Cole, Kellen here. One of the questions that's going to come up, and I'm sure you're going to see it lots of time, and I'm not looking for an answer right now, but is there a high probability we're going to see us go from dogs to cats here, from hounds to something in the feline family in terms of a moniker for the team?
Yeah, without giving anything away, that seems to be the general theme of, Warman in general. So I think that we're actually just finishing up some branding and marketing research. We want to make sure that the name and the logo and the colors resonate with the community where it's going to be. So we're hoping to make an announcement in the next week or 2 here on the name. And that's going to be, I guess the kickoff of our season ticket drive and really trying to get the community and the city behind us.
I remember the Warman Valley Crusaders in the Junior B loop, and they had like the New Jersey Devils colors. They were sharp looking.
Yeah, I had never heard of them. And I actually, when we announced, I had quite a few people messaging me about watching Junior B hockey. And the Warman Valley Crusaders. And so I actually Google searched the old jerseys, and you know what? They were like, they're nothing like in the league right now. I thought they were pretty sharp actually. And I don't know if we could go there. I don't think we are, but I never heard of it, but it actually had a nice ring to it.
What does this do? Like I said, when we kind of were bringing you on, I've been in the facility. Both my kids have played in it this year. Les Lazaruk talked yesterday. They got to tweak the play-by-play booth. I need some play-by-play work done. But they're building the other sheet of ice or the other rink on the other side. The facility is like the perfect size for Junior A, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And, to be honest, this wouldn't happen if the other rink wasn't coming on board in August or July of this year. There's just too many ice issues right now with a lot of Warman teams having to go out of town for practices and tournaments and that type of thing. And now with the second ice coming on board, it created an avenue where they could actually fit an SJHL team, where even up till a couple years ago, that wouldn't have been the case. So we've went to council. We've made some requests. We do think there needs to be a few upgrades to the facility, more along the lines of corporate boxes. We want to get some video and some lighting package in there, making it more conducive to a high energy entertainment event. And I think right now it's perfectly suited for, AAA hockey, a lot of AA hockey, but we're looking to bring some entertainment aspects to the fans. And to me, hockey is more than just about the game on the ice. It's also about people feeling good about being there and being entertained. And we want to ratchet that up. I don't know that there's enough of that in the SJHL, and I want to see more of that, specifically in Warman, where we can compare, to the Blades or some of these Western League teams where people are spending money.
The AAA team, have they welcomed you guys with open arms?
My partner, John, actually had a meeting with them just, I think it was last night or the night before, and it was very positive. So, these things can work different ways. We've talked to SJHL teams where, the relationship maybe isn't as strong as what it ought to be.
Yeah.
And so, there's varying interests at play for sure. We see it as an opportunity where we hope we can find some really good, kids playing AA in Warman, run them up through the AAA program, have some of our resources, whether it's skills coaches or whatever, work with that group and, really have a pathway where these kids can stay in the community and they don't have to leave Warman or Martinsville or some of those places. So we believe that it can be positive. We're going to work our hardest to ensure that there's a symbiotic relationship where not only are we coexisting, but where we can, make each other's programs better. And we sure hope that's the case.
Yeah, you just started down that road, Cole, and there was a question I was going to have. Obviously, the difference between the AAA and the junior model is it's a lot harder once you get into junior to get local kids into the organization because of drafts and things like that. I was just going to touch on from the marketing standpoint, will it be important for you and John as you guys transition into the league to try to find some local players maybe that are playing in other markets and see if there's an opportunity to bring some of them home in a circumstance to sort of start that marketing call of, for Warman, by Warman?
Yeah, no, you hit it on the head. I actually had a half-hour phone conversation with our coach, Brett Pilkington, this morning, and we were having discussions about the current roster. And as of now, I think there's only maybe one Saskatchewan-based player on the Notre Dame Hounds. And to me, we need to get that, 10 to 15 players, somewhere up there of Saskatchewan kids, and ideally some from Warman and Martinsville and the Valley. And we'll certainly, be talking about making some trades with some teams in the AJHL or MJHL or even within the SJ, and trying to talk to some kids who are out in BC right now and see if we can give them a player experience and some opportunities where they want to get back home. So not only is that good for us as a team, but at the end of the day, we want this to be an economic benefit to the city of Warman as well. And a lot more families are going to come from different parts of Saskatchewan than they are going to come from out east. And we want those families coming in and staying at the hotels and spending money at the restaurants and being part of that kind of fabric of the community. And so it's as far as hockey operations go, obviously we need to make sure the kids are, eligible and able to play at the junior A level. But it would certainly be our preference if we have a lot more Saskatchewan talent. And that fits with the motto of the league, which is stay here, play here. We want more Saskatchewan kids. And I think from a marketing perspective, it ties hand in hand to what we want to be doing for sure.
Right on, Cole. Well, it's exciting. I know some people in Warman are excited about it. It's good on you guys for doing this. I'm sure it hasn't been easy, and it's not going to be easy, but kudos to you. Thanks again for taking some time today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you're right. Nothing worth doing is easy. And we're just really excited about the community of Warman and SJHL, and look forward to chatting with you guys as we progress along the year here. So thanks very much.